Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper with the Rudeman. And we're going to carry on where we left off. And we talked to Danny. We need to get into the police department, but we need a diversion. So I'm coming back to the brothel because Danny said that maybe some of the other girls could give me more information. Oh, it's Lucy.
Good evening, Lucy. Do you remember me?
Mr. Holmes, come in. You're strangely dressed. What have you come to do in the area?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Can you tell me anything about the Bobbies?
I've come to ask if any of your colleagues, or perhaps even yourself, associate with any of the policemen from the local station.
Certain girls go with police officers, it's true. But Bella would be able to tell you more than me.
Well, it's off to see Bella then.
Very well. I'll be on my way.
There's Bella. Now, normally she had a revolver on the table here. Now she's got a box of some kind. What is that anyway? I can't tell. This black box here, it's a glitch because I should be able to see what's inside of there, and I can't.
You are a friend of Dr. Watson?
Indeed.
A fine man, your Dr. Watson. He got me out of a damn business with one of my clients. We gave this boor a lesson to remember, and he's since gone to France, having snagged one of my best girls. But it's a break from all of her chatter. You're looking for information about the police, is that right? I can't help you there. The girls concerned are busy, and anyway, I don't have the time.
Well, what's got you so busy?
What is bothering you so much?
A client left me a case of bottles as payment. It happens all the time. I'm saddled with all this stuff. He told me that these perfumes were the latest thing, straight from Paris. Well, I'd barely smelled the first one when I nearly fainted. There might be some good ones in there, but I'd have to find out if it's really perfume, so that it won't burn the skin off my pretty girls.
Madam, I will undertake to tell you exactly which of these products are perfumes if you agree to entrust them to me for a little while. In exchange, I would like to know more about Squibbing.
Yes, I know him. We've struck a deal, Mr. Holmes. I'll give you these bottles.
All right, so we've struck a deal.
I will need a book to help me identify Miss Bella's perfume. I believe the bookshop on Glenworth Street, not far from Baker Street, has just reopened. Let's go and take a look.
All right, we're off in search of a book. What the hell was he doing to the poor girl? All right, so we're going to a bookshop near Baker Street. That must be that one. Oh, it's Barnes & Noble, or just Barnes. Okay, wow, nice books. Uh-oh. He said it just opened. There's books and packages everywhere. Oh, watch your step. Well, let's talk to the owner here.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Are you the new bookseller in the neighborhood?
Yes, my name is Barnes. You're one of my first visitors. Welcome. What are you looking for?
I need something on perfume.
I'm looking for work that can help me identify perfumes, a book that deals with vegetation and its possible uses in the domain, for example.
I would recommend the Encyclopedia Spartica about vegetation. It consists of a reference on the matter. This book is the most complete that there is.
Fine, I will take it.
But it's just that, I have no idea where it is. Would you believe that my predecessor classified works by their acquisition date? Nowadays, we advocate a thematic classification. However, I am getting down to the task. You aren't looking for anything concerning the history of the scripts. I'm fascinated by the subject, and I already have numerous books on the topic.
It is no doubt very interesting, but I need this book Spartica without further delay.
Fine, fine. I will try to find the acquisition date of this encyclopedia, Mr.
Holmes, Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, fantastic. You are the man for the job. Perhaps you could try to find the missing dates. That will buy you some time.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit more about the dates?
There are some dates missing?
Yes, I forgot to mention that detail. The dates were written on cardstock attached to the columns, and there was one date per section. As one goes along, you will see there is no specific order, and certain are missing. I remade the labels, but I don't know where to put them. They're there on the counter.
Are there any other details to know?
The proprietor inscribed a date every 2 years since his arrival in 1864, up until now, that is 1888. He left a note regarding his method of shelving, but I didn't understand a word. I do believe, in fact, that he was a bit mad.
Oh, great.
Well, I will see.
Okay, so here's the note that the gentleman left. All of the numbers placed on the same column. Now, by column, I think they mean shelf. So the end of the shelf, they're considering a column. All the numbers placed on the same column must have different ending numbers. For example, 1886 and 1866 together would create an inconceivable disaster because they both end in 6, as you see. The dates whose numbers added together will produce the same sum cannot be put on the same column if they indicate the same sense. That doesn't make any sense. They indicate the same sense. Number of dates by column 4, 5, and 4. Okay, I don't understand that, but all right. He said the labels were on the counter. That must be here. And then there's what he called a column, which again is the end of the bookshelf. So we'll start here and work our way around the back. All right, it looks like there's one missing here. There's 2 missing here and 1 missing there. All right, let's start at the top. 1868, 1876, and 1864. So we've got numbers ending in 8, 6, and 4. Let's see what we've got in here. 1870, 1888, 66, and 1882. So we can rule out the 8 and the 6 because they're already on there. So let's try this one first. Okay, 1870. Now we've got 1872, 1884, and 1880. So we got 2, 4, and 0. 2, 4, and 0. 2, 4, and 0. But that gets ruled out there. Let's grab this one and we'll put it at the top because, oh boy, I don't know if that makes sense or not. Well, let's try it. We'll try that one next. Put it there. That only leaves the one next. 1882.
There, Mr. Barnes, the labels are in their correct places. That should facilitate your classification. Have you found my book?
Yes, what luck it was to meet you. It was acquired in 1882.
I will look for it. Thank you very much. I would suggest that you organize your books quickly. I am in the habit of visiting my local bookstore at least once a week.
You are right, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him. Because this isn't the Dewey Decimal System. All right, so I'm surprised I got that on the first try. So 1882 is here. Let's just start looking around for a book. Oh, there's a book. Perfume is described in a musical metaphor as having 3 sets of notes, making the harmonious scent a chord. The notes unfold over time, with the immediate impression of the top note leading to the deeper middle notes, and the bass notes gradually appearing as the final stage. The quality of a perfume is usually assessed in terms of 3 parameters. Fragrance is the most important issue, describing essentially the smell of a perfume. It is followed by the intensity of the smell, ranging from subtle scent to overwhelming odor. Also, safety of use is important because not all the elements of a perfume could be sound for ladies' tender skin. Okay, so that none of that made any friggin' sense to me, but we'll figure it out.
This encyclopedia on plants and spices is just what I need to analyze these so-called perfumes. Let's return to Baker Street.
All right, so we're off to Baker Street.
I will need my work table.
That messy table over here. Okay. So he wants something placed on it. I'm assuming that that would be the perfumes. Well, let's make sure it's not something else. There's more inventory space than you can see in one glow, so okay, I think that's what we need though.
Let's get to work. I must analyze these perfumes.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, there's the information from the encyclopedia, which, again, I don't know if it made any sense. We've got aroma, intensity, and noxiousness. Now, so that's the smell, the intense of the smell, the intent, the strongness, and then this is noxious. So that would be noxious, which would be poison, per se. All right, we got 3 perfumes up here. We've got some kind of a working bowl, and I don't know what the hell that is. Some kind of paper, strips of paper. Oh, okay, so that would be like, I don't know, what do they call those little strips of paper you'd use to test things? Anyway, we must have to use those. And then we've got rose nectar, resin oil, lavender. Okay, so that's the aromas. And then more down here, I guess. Okay, so one of them would be the aroma, and then maybe you've got the intensity and the noxiousness. So we got lavender, which is a smell, but oil would be okay, but foot oil, dog musk, ew. All right, let's take a look at the first one. It won't let me click on them. Can't click on the bowl. All right, let's put this litmus paper was what I was trying to say. It's some kind of litmus paper that they would use in testing liquids. Okay, so this is a pattern. So I would think that we would come up with a base because both of these are hooked into the one. So that would be the base, and the shape would be that. Lavender.
These shapes represent the smells at my disposal.
Okay, so lavender's the base, and then we've got the other 2 ingredients, which would be that one, foot oil. Yuck. Okay, and they're both identical, so another one of those.
This perfume is ghastly.
It's god-awful. Yuck. All right, let's test the next one. Okay, it's green, swamp water. And the base is... Man, that's too tall. That one. And we've got a large one and a smaller one. So, let me see. I think that's about the right size right here. Coriander oil. And then a smaller one. So that would be maybe that one.
Excellent. Now, on to the next step.
Okay, so we got one more. All right, the base is probably that one. It looks the same. And again, we've got a medium-sized one, because that was the large one. Or, yeah. And then these are different, though. These got the little knobby things. So I'm thinking... Rose nectar? Yeah, because these all have notches cut in them, and it's not that one. That one's too big, and that one's definitely too big. So it's got to be these two right here. So we'll take this one and this one, which was what? Resin oil?
Elementary. Fine, I have to go to the brothel.
Okay, so back to the brothel. Oh, travel. Let's see, that would be in Whitechapel, and the brothel is there.
Fine, I have to go to the brothel.
Yeah, you said that already. I didn't think the door was going to open for me. All right, Mum.
Can I get a refill, please?
So, my dear man, have you reached a verdict?
I have distinguished the good perfumes from the bad, but even the good ones are nothing more than common sense for adolescents.
Who cares? It'll freshen up a few of my girls. Wait, there's a perfume here called Valerian. What is it?
It's not really a perfume, technically speaking, unless you like cats. It's more of a kind of medicine.
It smells strange. I don't really like it. Here, I can give it to you. And I have some information. Squibby is most assuredly locked up at the police station hereabouts. It would also seem that he's the one who doesn't want to come out.
Do you know anything about this Danny?
Do you know someone by the name of Danny?
Danny? Big Danny, Nutcracker? The one who hates cats?
That's the one.
You're interested in that kind of bird? Be like dipping your biscuit in a pig's trough.
Oh, my God.
She's dangerous, a real cyclone. So beware. And her appearance. She claims to adore perfumes. She'd need this whole box to smell sweet.
I doubt it'll take much to make Danny cooperate, perhaps by offering her a little gift. Let's go to the police station.
Okay, we got a lot of information in there. Danny is the Nutcracker. If you remember, there was one of the girls named the Nutcracker, and I said, oh my God, what a terrible name for a lady of the night. Okay, and then she talked about Valerian. Now, if you remember, didn't we have something in our documents about Valerian? I'm pretty sure we did. There it is, right there. Animals. Okay, this is the Spartica Encyclopedia. That's the Valerian right there, or Capin's tail. So we already read about that. It's like a catnip. So that we got that out of that conversation because she had a bottle of Valerian. Okay, then we found out that Danny loves perfume, but she hates cats. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're going back to the police station if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then let's get back to Danny, the Nutcracker. Now we know why they called her a Nutcracker. She used to fight men. Well, what's the easiest way to take a man down? Kick him where it counts, right? Okay, so let's get out the perfume and see if she'll take it.
Do you remember me? Would you be kind enough to help me by telling me how many policemen are inside in exchange for this bottle of perfume?
This is perfume. He's got a funny look on his face. Me, I want a pretty bottle with a button so that I can spray it all over myself. Got it?
Okay. Now, you may or may not remember in a previous episode when we were trying to make the ladder to go up and fix the gas pipes that we found this nozzle, this atomizer, but we also found this perfume puffer. So I'm thinking if we take these two things and put them together. And then take that and put it on that bottle. Now we've got a pretty bottle with a button.
Do you remember me? Would you be kind enough to help me by telling me how many policemen are inside in exchange for this bottle of perfume?
There ain't much in the station. It was pretty busy, but now there's only one constable, dearie.
Man, she's putting that crap all
There
over.
we are. Now Danny has been sprayed with Valerian, a scent that's irresistible to cats. I must create a diversion in the street to make the policemen come out, but I need some cats. Lots of cats. To the pet shop.
To the pet shop, Batman!
I must go to the pet shop.
All right, we're heading to the pet shop. Oh, I think I went wrong. Hang on. Pet shop. There we go. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I need a bunch of cats. How's Bert doing anyway? That's the little kitty we found.
So, how is Bert doing?
He'll pull through. But he must eat, and I have no food for him here. We will need to find him some.
And where can we get some cat food?
We must find Hardiman. He sells meat for cats. It's around this time when he passes the end of the road. You might be in luck. You'll hear him from far away. He was always calling beep, beep.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Solomonovich.
Beep, beep.
So, Pounds, shall we look for the cat food seller? Poor Bert has to be fed, and I might have some work for you and your friends.
All right, let's go find this meat man, the meat man. We'll just call him Arby because they have the meats. Oh, that must be him at the end of the road.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. What are you backing up? Wide load.
Beep, beep.
Good evening, sir.
How do? A little kebab for the cat?
Why would you buy a kebab for the cat?
These little brats can't possibly all be yours.
Pardon? Oh, no, none of them.
Ah, children, they're our pride and joy. And yet...
This guy's kind of weird. Are you sure you're not an undertaker? And if that's the case, what kind of meat's in your kebabs?
Do cats really like kebabs?
they adore them. How many would you like?
I'll take the lot.
I beg your pardon, sir?
How much for the lot?
For £2, they're all yours, my lord.
It's a deal. Listen up, my little soldiers. You need to find all the cats in Whitechapel and lead them towards the police station. You'll be armed with delicious kebabs to entice them. Go, as quick as you can now. If my calculations are correct, the cats will be seduced by Danny's odour and will throw themselves on her. That should cause enough of a commotion to get the policeman to come out onto the street.
Well, that's a hell of a plan, isn't it?
Come on now, children. Let the cats alone.
What's all this racket? Calm down. Come on, out. And make those chaps shut up.
Well now, let's see what I can do about Squibby.
All right. We got to find Squibby. He's probably locked up somewhere, so let's find the lockup. He's not in the closet.
This must be the door that leads to the cells.
What kind of a key is that? It's a bent nail. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Well, I don't think I did that right. Let's...
This must be the door
Start
that
it
leads
over.
to the cells.
All right, let's... Dang it. It goes the complete opposite of what you think.
This must be the door that leads
to make
to the
it go
cells.
right, I have to go left. So I'm going to go left. Oh. What the hell? That was too easy. So I had to go left to make it go right. That was weird. There he is. Squibby.
And who are you?
I've come to talk to you about Tumblety.
So you're here to kill me, are you?
What?
Absolutely not. I've come on behalf of someone you know who told me you have some explosive news about this American. In exchange, he has settled your bill on the kayaks.
You ain't no street person, you. You're a bobby, trying to wind me up, aren't you?
Not at all. Will you agree to talk?
Not a chance. I'll give nothing away for nothing. I don't have to follow Bluto's orders. I'm in it up to my neck, and the bobbies won't agree to keep me locked up here for the rest of my life.
You mean to say that you are here of your own accord?
Damn right. Only death awaits me out there. I was almost lynched because I was blamed for the murder of those poor girls who were chopped up like animals. The police put me here for my own safety. That's when this journalist showed up.
The journalist? Who might that be? Now, Watson met a journalist.
A journalist?
I socked him once for disrespecting me down at the pub. He said I'd pay for it one day, and that day came. He said he was going to squeal to the papers about me. With my description and my tattoos and all, I was arrested at the same time the police said they'd caught the Whitechapel killer. While waiting to write the article, he started the rumour. Now the streets ain't safe for me no more.
I understand. Listen, if I find this journalist and make him promise to not write a word about you, and if I also agree to pay for you to get out of London, will you tell me everything you know about Tumblety?
You sure know how to speak to ruffians, don't you? You got yourself a deal.
What's the name of this journalist?
Bulling. Tom Bulling.
Tom Bulling? That name sounds familiar. That wouldn't be the journalist that Watson met at the Wasp's Nest.
Huh?
Ah, no, nothing. I was just thinking aloud.
All right. Well, we got a place to go and a person to see.
Well, I'll be going, Squibby.
You're right. It ain't healthy here.
I shall leave Bluto's treasure at the station. The police will know what to do with it.
Okay. Oh, we just set it on the table?
I shall leave Bluto's treasure at the station. The police will know what to do with it.
Hey, but what are you up to here, you? Off with you, and make it quick before I take you in.
Didn't recognize
Let's go
him.
to the Wasp's Nest.
All right, we're heading to the Wasp's Nest. He didn't recognize us as being Sherlock Holmes. Let's see, Wasp's Nest was down here, wasn't it?
Let's go to the Wasp's Nest.
Yeah, we just did.
No, if Bluto sees me, it could prove to be quite dangerous. Let's return to Baker Street to change.
All right. Hello.
Good evening. There'll be a nice tip in it for you if you can tell me if you recently saw a journalist here.
Yes, sir. A damn nuisance, that man. And a real cad. He cursed me out something fierce for staining a book that he put down, even though it was him who was shaking so much that he soiled it with a whole lot of ale.
He wasted ale on a book?
He was reading a book?
Oh, not a real book. A halfpenny rag. He put it down on the ground, and I put it in the paper bin for the stove. It should still be there if it weren't already put in the fire.
Goodbye, miss.
At your service, me lord.
A halfpenny book, huh? I have no idea what a halfpenny is. Is that a half a penny? A half penny? All right, there's the book. The Boy's Standard, published weekly, now ready. Price 1 penny. Well, I thought it was a halfpenny. The history of this remarkable being has been especially compiled for this work only by one of the best authors of the day, and our readers will find that he has undoubtedly succeeded in providing a wonderful and sensational story, every page of which is replete with details of absorbing, thrilling interest. Spring-heeled Jack, the Terror of London.
Spring-heeled Jack, a fantastical character that terrorizes the population of London. This journalist has some far from cheerful reading. Evening. A pint for me and have one for yourself. I'm looking for a journalist, a good client of yours. Goes by the name of Bulling. Ring any bells?
Haven't seen him for a day or two. He must be sleeping it off somewhere. Where to hide from the landlord when you owe some serious bread?
What paper does he work for?
I don't know, but I can't believe that he works at his rag, because he's always round the pub scribbling his useless papers. The last time I seen him, he spent a whole day at that table drinking and scratching away from morning till night. He finished by celebrating, and without the help of a rich chap, he would have fleeced me of a guinea.
Yeah, that rich chap, that would be Dr. Watson.
Thank you, my friend.
That's nothing.
Okay, so that's the table he sat at. Let's look at the whatever this is.
Some paper, ink stains. This must be the table where Bulling writes his copy.
Okay. Well, now what?
Let's return to Baker Street. Tom Bulling isn't here, but the Baker Street irregulars should be able to track him down. Perhaps Watson will have something to tell me in the morning.
All righty. Well, you know what? I'm going to take a break here because I'm afraid that if we go back to Baker Street, we're going to get in this big conversation with Watson, and it's going to run me over time. So I'm going to take a break here, and we'll continue on in the next episode. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.